Hello, I am Roflmahwafflz, and this is my hammer gate tutorial. I'm going to show you all the various ways you can open an event gate and treat it. To start, make sure that you have your gate. I mean, it's kind of pointless to try to see how to make a gate open if you don't already have a gate. So, real quick, I'm going to make a gate. This is going to be a double gate. One side's going to go one way, the other side's going to go the other way. So select all the brushes you want on one side. Press Ctrl T. In the class bar, type move linear. Func move linear is what you want. First thing you do is the move direction. This will tell you the direction your thing will move. It's in radial top-down terms, so if you point it that way, then that means on this top-down thing up here, it's going to go up. It'll move upwards, and if you point it to the left, it takes exact measurements. You don't have to use this little radial thing. If you point it to the left with 180 degrees, it will move to the left. So let's set the speed. It's an event gate, so we don't want it to just open instantly. I mean, you can have it open instantly, but in this case, I don't want it to. So I'm going to set the speed to 10. Move distance. If you want the gate to open all the way, then you match the width of the gate. If you want it to go further than the gate has length or width, then you increase it, the move distance, above its width. And if you want it to go shorter, then you just set it to whichever degree. Easy way to figure out how far you want the gate to move is you draw a brush from the left end, or from whichever end it's going to move. Ours is moving left, our gate is moving left, so we draw it from the left. Now, however far you want the gate to move, you draw that far, and that will tell you what unit to use. So say we want our gate to move 76 units to the left. We draw out 76. That tells us where it would be. So right here, this end here, is where this end will be. So this end will move 76 units to the left, and it will end there. Let's just draw that there for reference. Move it that way so I can use it as a guide ruler. So if we move our gate to the left 76 units, according to our guide, it will be there when it opens. I want it to open fully. I want it to open 196 units. So I want the whole gate to disappear and be completely out of the way. So if you need a guide, you extend this out to 196. It's the length of the gate. So in the actually it's 192. 192 is the length of the gate, so just draw it to 192. And then if you test drag to there, that is how the gate will look when it's open. It's a little ugly. Well, that's actually the guide that's doing that. So that's how the gate would look. It goes fully into the wall. If you look closely, I actually have a split in the wall for my gate to go into, so it doesn't clip over it like my guide does. Let me delete the guide real quick. So that little hole in the wall allows it to look like that. It's seamless, no clipping issues. Alright, so now that we have that figured out, set the move distance to however far you want it to move. In our case, it's 192. Not 1092, 192. So that's how far it will move. Block damage, if anything somehow blocks it, we'll kill it. Nothing will survive that. I don't think anything will block it though, because this gate is completely flat. And just in case, we'll actually draw a small brush around the gates that will be disabled when the gate is completely open. And you'll see what I mean later. So this is what we have for our left gate. So let's name it left gate. And then we want to do our right gate. So we copy, select all our brushes again. It's the exact same on the right side in my case. Control T, you can paste it. Rename this right gate. Go down here, move direction, set it the opposite. This should be 0. It is 0. So both these gates are equal. Both are 192 wide, so I don't have to change the move distance, and I want them to both open the exact same rate, so I leave the speed the same. If you want one gate to open faster or slower, then you change the speed, but otherwise you can leave it the same. So now we have a double gate that one moves left, one moves right. If we want to trigger a gate, create an invisible brush, and over a prop dynamic, let's name our prop dynamic prop button gate. So our prop button gate, let's draw a little invisible brush over it. This will be a button. Let's match the height of our prop so that people don't stand on it. There we go. Control T, button, func button, name it. Let's name it gate button. So then we do glow entity, select your gate, prop button gate. This will make this glow with an outline so people know they have to press it. Delay before reset, we never want this button pressed again, so set delay before reset to -1. Sounds doesn't matter in L4D2 authoring tools for some reason. Speed, set that to 0. Flags, check don't move. We want use to activate, so we leave that. So that sets up our basic button. Now we do output, add, onPressed, select your right gate, do open. Now do it for your left gate. There we go, open. Now, if we want a sound to delay it, let's say we want to delay our gate opening by just a second. Let's choose a little ding noise. Let's find an elevator ding or something. There we go. We'll use that. We'll name this gate ding. Then move it up, match the middle. Right there. Then we do add onPressed ding. We'll play sound. Then we'll delay our gates opening by a second. So there'll be a ding, wait a second, then the gates start opening. Now, let's see. Sound played when the brush starts moving. So basically when the gate starts moving, it will play a sound. And when it stops moving, it will also play a sound. So when it starts moving, we'll use that. When it stops moving, we'll use...
Ellis, keep your mind on the cans, not the girl.
We'll use something else other than Coach saying that. That sounds good. So elevator move loop for when it starts moving, and when it stops moving, we have a stop sound. This kind of sounds like a slam. Apply. Do the same for the other gate. I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna start copying. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Generally, you want your gates to sound the same if it's a double gate, unless for some reason one gate's going to make a different sound. No. That's up to you. Creative freedom there. So now we have a button, gate button, onPressed. It'll open both gates. So let's test that in game real quick. Alright, so now we're in the map. Our bots are spawned. Got a gate. Have a glowing button. If I run into the gate, I can't run through it. I can't destroy it. Press the button. Ding. Gate opens. I don't die while running against it. It's impossible for me to block it. Gate opens. Proceeds into the wall. And it's flush with the wall on both sides. That's our simple move gate. Alright, so now that we've tested to see our gate works, we now have a move gate. It fully works. No issues. Now let's say we want the gate to open a different way. Let's say we want the gate to be destroyed. So prop dynamic. Let's choose a model. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. This is from, I want to say Crash Course, Left 4 Dead 1. Howitzer model, prop dynamic. Let's point it at our gate. Let's point it approximately at our gate. And let's say we want to blow it up. This is really a simple process. Particle, info particle system. Open it, particle system name. Let's just pick a small explosion. Alright. I have a lot of custom particles and not all of them are set up for this map. So I'm going to find one that I feel like will actually come with the game. There we go. This will be our cannon flash. So we'll name it cannon flash part. Alright. Let's put it at the barrel of our cannon. Just move it roughly into place. Remember, it's creating an explosion. It's a really quick explosion, so it doesn't have to be perfect because no one's going to be slowing this down. There we go. So we have quick cannon flash, and let's make an explosion. Should be really quick. Name this gate flash. Find an explosion that suits your interest. We'll choose. Go with this one. There we go. So 2 particles. Ambient generic. This is a really simple explosion gate. There are many ways you can make it more complex. You can make it more neat. You could add debris, but we're just going to make this real quick. So let's choose a nice little explosion sound. Let's see here. That's a little too violent to be our gun. So let's go with the grenade launcher actually. We'll go with that one. Move that up a bit. We'll decrease the volume just a tad so it's not as loud. Let's make it 7. And drag the area radius. Increase that a bit. Then let's let's name this sound. We'll name it cannon shoot. Create a second sound. Let's find a more violent sounding explosion. If I remember, this one sounded fine. So we'll choose that one. So this will be cannon explode. Set the volume to 10. There we go. Create another button. I'll just put it on the left side of the cannon, I guess. Cannon. Put it there. Drag it in a bit so people don't get caught on it as easy. Let's create a funk button. Funk button. Name cannon button. Flag, don't move. -1. Then output add on pressed. It will fire the particle. So particle start, copy paste, on pressed, sound. Play sound. Now there'll be a slight delay between when the cannon fires and when it hits, so we'll start this particle 0.2 seconds later. And then we can take the particle, copy paste, make it the sound, play sound. There we go. Really basic. And then we need to destroy the gate itself, on pressed. Then select the gate. Then kill. Copy paste. Select the other gate, leave it kill. Set that to 0.2. And we now have a cannon that should destroy the gate. Okay, compile real quick and I'll show you. Alright, so this should be really basic. Definitely have time to neaten it up a bit later, but this is just the general idea behind it. We have the cannon, we have the gate. Press E, it's destroyed. Let's try that again. Alright, let's do it again. Alright, so I slowed down the time scale so I'd be able to look at it faster. Press the cannon. Fires. Hits. There's something wrong with our explosion particle, so we're going to have to change that to something we can see. For some reason we are too close for it to render, but normally it would be smoky and debris would go everywhere. Let's try to change that real quick. Alright, so real quick I'm going to look into changing this particle to one that renders easily. So for some reason that explosion was not rendering for us, because maybe we were too close to it. So let's try something else. We'll choose this one. We'll make several of these, make the explosions slightly bigger. So just shift drag, make more of them. And that should do it. For some reason this cannon explosion was too big, so now we have to find a smaller one. Let's check the grenade explosions. There we go. That should work. Let's add a little bit of smoke onto it, so we'll create a second cannon particle. Shift drag. Change the particle on the second one. Something with smoke. Let's see then. There we go. That should work. Then we just drag that back on top of the other one. So now we have two particles stacked there, and then we have several stacked against the gate. Let me compile it real quick and I'll test. Alright, so we should have fixed the particles just a little bit. Should still be a really quick explosion because A, the cannon's really close, and B, we didn't fine-tune the explosion, but it will work for demonstration. There we go. So that's been destroyed. This button no longer does anything except plays a ding sound. Ding, and gates don't move because they're dead. So that's a really quick gate destruction. There is no sign of the gate. Now generally you'd want to fine-tune that explosion, but for the sake of this tutorial it will do. Generally you'd want to add debris, maybe leave pieces of the gate around, turn it into a fizz box or something. Better particles, give more distance between the cannon. So right now we have two different ways to open the gate, and that is a slight problem. So what we can do, So we can create a logic relay, name it something like choose relay, and then a logic case. We don't really need the relay, but I like using relays. And then we have choose case, output add on case 1. On case 1 of your logic case, select one of them. It can be either the gate button or the cannon button, and kill it. And better yet, disable it or lock it. No, just go with kill. Kill the damn button. Case 2, kill the other button. So now one or the other button will be destroyed. Then spark, maybe spark. Let's just name it SP1, small short spark, glow, and start on. That's important. Max delay, let's make it 10 for the sake of the demonstration. Put that there. So there's one spark there, another spark here. This will be spark 2, SP2, so that we know which of ours has been killed beforehand. Open your logic case. On case 1, get the corresponding spark. Actually, no, get the opposite spark. Yeah. Case 1, get the opposite spark, and then stop it. Case 2, get the opposite spark, and then stop it, because both of ours start on. So we want to stop the one that is active. Or better yet, another way you can do it is you can have both start off, and you can start it based off whichever one has been deactivated. I'm running it this way just because. On your logic choose relay, add on trigger your logic case, and then pick random. Fire once only. Apply your info director, add on gameplay start, logic relay, and then trigger. So when gameplay starts, it'll trigger the relay, which triggers the case, which kills one of these and enables its spark, and stops the other one from sparking, I should say. There we go. And let's just give these a little more time between it. There we go. So we have a button and we have a cannon. Let's run the map. Now, if done correctly, one should be sparking and one should be operational. I believe I saw this one spark. Yes. So if I press E on it, it doesn't work. No matter how many times I press E, it will not fire, which means this is the operational one. There we go. And if I kill myself, there is a 50-50 chance as to which is disabled. The cannon is now disabled. If I press E on it, no matter how many times I press E, the cannon will not fire, and the button will. There you go. And that is the end of this gate tutorial. I hope that helped. I showed you how to open a gate, and I showed you how to blow up a gate.